Welcome to our episode today about one of the most influential figures in the American civil rights movement, Malcolm X. Let's explore his inspiring journey from a lost child to one of the strongest voices in the struggle for justice and equality. On May 19, 1925, Malcolm Little was born in Omaha, Nebraska, beginning his life in a difficult and troubled environment. His father, Earl Little, was a preacher and local leader in the Marcus Garvey movement to uplift African Americans. The family faced repeated harassment and threats from racist groups like the Ku Klux Klan, which forced them to move from place to place in search of safety. When Malcolm was 6 years old, his father was killed in a suspicious car accident, deemed a murder due to his political activities. The tragedies didn't end there. His mother, Louise, was institutionalized after a nervous breakdown, and the children were scattered between foster homes and relatives. These early events instilled in Malcolm a sense of injustice and isolation, deeply impacting his character in the years to come. As a young man, Malcolm lived in challenging environments in Boston and New York. He dropped out of school at 15 and became involved in crime, including theft, drug dealing, and other illegal activities. This period was dark in his life, and he became known by the nickname Detroit Red due to his dyed red hair and harsh lifestyle. In 1946, Malcolm was arrested for theft and sentenced to 10 years in prison. This prison period was a turning point in his life. While in prison, he was introduced to the Nation of Islam through letters from his brother Filbert, and began voraciously reading about history, religion, philosophy, and politics. The teachings of Elijah Muhammad, the leader of the Nation of Islam, profoundly influenced Malcolm. He realized that his imprisonment was not just due to his actions, but was a result of a racist system systematically targeting African Americans. These ideas inspired him to change his life and focus on self-reform and community improvement. After his release from prison in 1952, Malcolm joined the Nation of Islam and began using the name Malcolm X, choosing X to replace his family name, which he considered a symbol of slavery. He quickly became a skilled orator and spokesperson for the movement, advocating for African American self-reliance and self-defense. Malcolm attracted thousands of followers with his fiery speeches that criticized racism and social injustice. His message was clear: African Americans should rely on themselves and protect their rights by any means necessary. Despite his significant influence within the Nation of Islam, his relationship with its leader, Elijah Muhammad, deteriorated due to ideological and personal disagreements. Malcolm discovered that Elijah Muhammad was violating the ethical principles of the movement, prompting him to reconsider his loyalty. In 1964, Malcolm separated from the movement and founded the Muslim Mosque, Inc., and the Organization of Afro-American Unity. During this time, he performed the Hajj to Mecca, where he embraced Sunni Islam and changed his name to Al-Hajj Malik al-Shabazz. In Mecca, Malcolm experienced a life-changing event, witnessing Muslims of all races and colors praying together in unity and brotherhood. After returning from the Hajj, Malcolm became a global advocate for human rights. He visited many African countries and met with leaders of African liberation movements. He called for unity among Africans in the diaspora and Africa, asserting that the struggle for African American rights was part of the global fight against colonialism and oppression. On February 21, 1965, while delivering a speech at the Audubon Ballroom in New York, Malcolm X was assassinated by gunmen from the Nation of Islam. He was shot in front of his wife, children, and hundreds of attendees. He was only 39 years old. Despite his early death, his legacy continues to inspire new generations of activists and thinkers. His book, The Autobiography of Malcolm X, written with Alex Haley, is considered one of the most important books in American literature, providing an in-depth look at his life and intellectual transformations. Malcolm X's life was full of challenges and transformations, but his courage and determination made him a symbol of the struggle for freedom and equality. From darkness to light, his journey was a lesson in transformation and change. Thank you for watching this episode about Malcolm X. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to receive our upcoming episodes.